afternoon, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, October 28, 2020, and today we're working on Lesson 5, boys and girls. Our daily goal is to submit our assignment, and when we submit our assignment, we score an 85 or higher. What materials do we need for class today? In the video, together we're going to be working on book number 2, page 29. In the live session, we're going to continue with working on book number 2, page 29. And homework today, what you're going to submit is book number 2, lesson 5, which is page 33, question number 1 and number 2. Our expectations: make sure you're sitting tall in class and when you're watching the video, that you have all the materials ready in park, that you actively participate by doing your work. If you have any questions, you reach out to your teacher, that you raise your hand using the hand icon, that you always stay on mute and you only unmute yourself when you are called on, that you complete your daily lessons for Hotspot because that's really going to help you in your math class, boys and girls. What are we learning today? This is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to solve 1-step and 2-step word problems. We've been working on word problems for the past 3 modules. We're going to apply some knowledge today. What concepts do we need to learn today? Well, since our word problems, sometimes we're going to have to add and sometimes we're going to have to subtract. So here are the concepts that we need to know. We need to know what addition is. And addition is that we put things together. And then we subtract. That means we take things when we take things away. So we're finding the difference when we're taking away. And to find the difference, we find the difference between two numbers by subtracting the smaller number from the big number. And the answer, it's the difference, boys and girls. We need to know what an addend is, and an addend is when we add, it's the first number. Not only necessarily the first number, addends are the parts that we add. And we're decomposing because we're going to using either the arrow or the number bond to add or subtract. We always need to know the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. Here are the key points, boys and girls. First, you need to identify what you know. And remember, you know that because that's in the question. You then, key point number 2, you have to identify what you have. Remember, we go back to the problem and we underline and circle what we know. Step number 3, we have to set up the tape diagram to solve the word problem. Step number 4, we either solve using the arrow or the number bond. And step number 5, it's write a word sentence. It's your turn to write these key points, boys and girls. You have 10 seconds to get book number 2. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now you have 10 seconds to open your book to page 29. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now, you have to write the key points in the blank space. I am going to give you 5 minutes to write the key points. Okay, boys and girls, you have 1 minute to write key point number 1. Identify what they want you to do. Key point number 2, identify what you have. Key point number 3, you have 1 minute. Set up your tape diagram. Key point number 4, solve using arrow or number bond. And key point number 5, write a word sentence. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Okay, boys and girls, we're done writing the key points. If you need more time, pause the video and finish writing. If not, let's continue. So, now we're ready to start on page 29. First thing, I'm going to write my name and the date. (10, 28, 20). And the goal is to score a 100 on my ENA module. Now, today, what I do, you do. So key point number 1, it says, identify what they want you to do. But Ms. Bocanegra skipped the first step, that is always read the instructions. Solve and show your strategy. And the strategy that I want you to do is either the arrow way or the number bond. Those are the only ones that I want you to use. So I'm going to read the problem. It says, 39 books were on the top shelf. Marcy added 48 more books to the top shelf. How many books are on the top shelf? I want you to think, imagine that. I want you to imagine a bookshelf, and then I want you to imagine how Marcy added some more. So the first thing I do automatically when I see a word problem is my draw, write, write. Remember? So first, I need to identify what they want me to do. And remember, we can identify on the questions. So, how many books, I'm looking for books, on the top shelf? So, I want you to draw a bookshelf really quick. This is a bookshelf. Remember, what I draw, you write. Now, let's identify key point number 2. Identify what do you have. So what do we know? Let's see. We know that 39 books were in the top shelf. 39 books were in the top shelf. So I'm going to draw, pretend 39. Pretend these are books, and I draw 39. We're just pretending, boys and girls, because I want you to imagine and picture what they're actually doing. That's what I know. What else do I know? I also know that Marcy added, remember that's the key word, added 48 more books to the top shelf. That means that she added more 48. So I already did key point number 1. I did key point number 2. Now key point number 3 is accept your tape diagram. So I know that there was 39 books on the top. Remember? So 39 books. Then she added 48. Since she added 48, I am not finding the difference. I need to draw a bigger tape diagram, and I need to draw the number 48. And she also added books. How many books? Do you know how many books are in the top shelf? That's what I want to find out. Top shelf. I don't know how many books are on the top shelf. So I already set up my tape diagram. Remember, this is a part, and this is the whole. So now I need to solve, which is key point number 4, using the arrow or the number bond. I want to use the number bond. So, I don't know. What do I do when I have a part and I'm missing the whole? Do I add or I subtract? What do you think, boys and girls? Get ready. Yes, I add. And there's another keyword in the word problem right here that told you that we added. So I am going to write my addition problem. It says 39 plus 48 equals unknown, or how many, right? I want to solve using a number bond. I'm looking at this, and if I know, when I use the key points for the number bond, I circle the greater number, and I decompose the other number. But, oh, look at this. I just noticed something, boys and girls. I have an easier way to solve it. I have 39. So, that tells me that I need one more to make the next 10. I can do it both ways, and I'll show you in a bit, but I have to do it like this. So how we've been practicing, just to prove you how both ways are correct, this number needs one more, which means I can decompose this into 1 to make the next 10. And if I have 1, what's the other part? 1 and 1 number make 48, boys and girls. Yes, 47. So I'm ready to write. So I can write 39 plus 1 equals 40. Then I add the leftover numbers, 40 plus 47, and that gives you 87. So I can come over here and write the number. This is the one that I want you to write. I'm going to show you how following the other key points, it's exactly the same way. 39 plus 48. I circle the greater number, and I decompose the other number. Well, how many more do I need to make the next 10? Get ready. Yes, 2. If I put a 2 here, what's 39 minus 2? Yes, 37. So I can put 37 here. And look, boys and girls, the beauty of math. How you can solve the problem different ways. 48 plus 2 gives me 50. I add the leftover numbers. 50 plus 50 plus 37 gives me 87. Look at this. I solve the number using the same number bond strategy, but in one, I decompose the 48, and the other one, I decompose the 39, and I got the correct and same answer. So now I'm ready to do the last key point. Write a word sentence. So how many books are on the top shelf? So now there are 87 books on top shelf. I am going to give you 2 minutes to copy the problem. You're copying the word sentence. One minute left. Okay, boys and girls, thank you for working really hard. We'll continue to work the rest of the problems. And this is what you're going to send for work. You are going to send page 33. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.